Creations. I'm Charity. Today we're going to be making bowl cozies. This is the template that I used um, for this pattern. It's an 11-inch um, piece. So what I do is I'll usually use it to cut the first piece, and then I'll use the other piece or the piece that I just traced and cut out. And I'll make that into the actual piece for cutting. Um, it's super easy, super quick. Um, so let's jump into it. First thing you're gonna need is you're gonna need your template. You're gonna need your fabric, um, both lining and main fabric, and you're also gonna need your fusible fleece. So I already prepped it. I got my fusible fleece on there. Um, I got my label. You're gonna need a rotary cutter or scissors, whichever one. I usually use the rotary cutter to cut out the first piece, and then um, I'll usually use the rotary cutter for the main pieces, and then where the darts are, I'll usually use my scissors to get into the little corners right here. Um, I use a heat erasable pen, a chopstick for turning. So we're gonna have to turn this, and also some safety pins. So once I get my first piece cut out and I lay it down, especially if I'm doing the fusible fleece, I'll pin my fabric to that and cut around it so that way it matches up. So when I go to iron it, it'll be perfect. I already have my matching thread on, so all I gotta do is get going on this. Okay, so once you get your pieces cut out, get your fusible fleece on there, um, you're gonna want to fold it in half where you just see your batting. And you're just gonna pin your darts. So your darts seam allowance is gonna be 1/4 of an inch. And all right, when we place these together, we're also going to be sewing it at 1/4 of an inch. Get everything lined up. We're gonna go ahead and prep both these pieces so that way we can get the darts done up. Alright, So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sew at 1/4 inch all the way down on all of these on both pieces. So let me get that done, and I will be right back. So now that we have our darts sewed together, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave this one. Actually, we need to put our label on real quick. So I'll usually just pick a spot, like, or you could even do it on the inside. Um, like you can either do it now or you can wait until it's all together and then put it on, which I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so we want to flip our lining one just like this, and we're gonna set it right on the inside. So what I do is I will line my pieces like this. I'll do that with my darts, like I grab my bullets. Just line up your seams from your darts. And then go through and line up my top pieces. Now on this last one, we need to leave a 5-inch opening to be able to turn this. Now, it's going to be a little difficult because we don't have a straight edge. So, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have that little, maybe 3 inches. That way it cuts it down. Okay. And so, we'll leave this open. Now, where I have these 2 marks, I'll usually place my red ones on each side. That's just telling me that um, where the opening is going to be. And then I'll just go through and make sure that everything's still lined up. Flip them. Right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this to the machine and we're going to start right here. We're going to sew 1/4 inch all the way around and make sure you backstitch pretty good on both of these because this is going to be a lot of fluff coming through. So let me get that done and I'll be right back and go from there. Alright, now that we have our pieces sewed together like this, our opening, gotta turn this. Make sure that everything's pushed out. And this is where your turning tool will come in to help kind of push it out. Now, so what we need to do is grab our clips. We're going to roll our seams so that way they line up. And then we're going to top stitch all the way around it. And these templates that I got, there's 6 of them, so there's 6 different, or there's, my bad, there's 3 different, no, yeah, there's 6 templates. All of them are different sizes, which are pretty cool. I made a few of these, and I have the smaller one that I'm gonna be doing. So I mean, is try them out. They're pretty awesome, I think. They also have like kits where you buy these already pre-cut. I just I think it's just more meaningful to cut them out and do it yourself, especially if you're doing like a gift, housewarming gift, or making them for your own home. We'll get to that part here in a minute. Around this part, just kind of take your time and Just pulled it down 1/4 of an inch, and when it comes to this part, I like to use my pins. It just helps hold everything in place. So you can get it rounded down. Alright, if you don't like how it looks, you can always um, go in and work on it. Just or you can work on it as you're sewing it as well. Now you can go ahead and hit this with the iron just to kind of flatten it down and make it look nicer as you're sewing. Um, that's an option for you to do. I'm probably not going to do that. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start where this yellow clip is right here. And I'm going to just start top stitching all the way around it. So that way I can hurry up and get this and this open part closed up. And then I can just go through and top stitch the rest of this. So let me get that done. I will be back and we'll get the label put on. Alright, now that we have this done, our top stitching, and we got our edge closed up. So now technically it's a finished product. So I went and grabbed one of my bowls. And isn't that awesome? Alright, so the only thing left for me to do is to get my label put on. Now, you can either put this on the outside like this, or you can put it on the inside like that, or you can put it on the bottom, it's wherever you want it to be at. But I'm going to put mine on the outside. Just and in place. Just like that. And then what I'm going to do is sew on the ends of this, just to tack it on. Alright, our label is on, and our bowl is complete. I'm gonna have to go back in and get this part fixed. That's the sucky thing about not having a straight edge to be able to close your opening up. But it's all better. Got it fixed. And you really can't notice that unless you really pay attention and look. So, um, I will show you the other templates. So these are the other sizes that you get in this kit, including, the little one. They'll usually come to you set in to each other like this. So there's an 8-inch, 11-inch, a 12-inch, a 14-inch, 16-inch, and a 20-inch. Um, so far, I have made the 14-inch, the 11-inch, um, and I want to say the 12-inch as well. I haven't gotten that far to making the bigger ones yet, but I'm getting there. So like with this one that we just done, I'll just go right into that one and it'll keep going just like that. So I hope like this video some insight for you, helped you out on how you could do it. There's other ways of making them where you just use your own bowl measurements and do it like that. I just find these convenient and less of a hassle. So I hope this helped you out and like and subscribe to the channel and God bless.